Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here. It is time for a little unboxing. This is Maniology's October Mani by Me box. This is called Golden Harvest, and spoiler, it is fantastic. So let's just kind of go through what comes in the box. So this card, it tells you everything that's in the box and what's exclusive to the box, and I think what comes out later for sale, which I believe is the polishes, and then the plates are exclusive. You get a little card that tells you how to do a certain look if that's what you want to do, if you're, struggling, which I was. I did this mani once and I did not like how it turned out. Totally different colors. It didn't look right. So I popped that off and then decided to do it again. So, and then you get a little sticker in every box. I love it so much. It's going on my sticker dresser. I know what I'm saying. And then you get 2 plates. So this one is MXM. I believe this one is 162. But I'll know more in a second when I actually pop this off. No, this one is 161. So this is the first plate, lots of double layer stamping, but also a ton that you can reverse stamp or just stamp. You don't have to do any of that, but there is really good images on that one to do some reverse stamping. I did not do any reverse stamping in this mani. I did stick with double stamping, mostly because I don't even think I've done that on my channel before. I also don't do it a lot. And then this is MXM 162. And sorry, I need to take that back. This plate is the one that would be amazing for, there is some double stamping on this one, but there's a lot of reverse image stamping that can be done. The other one is mostly double stamping. I am going to use both plates. And then this is the extra gift, and it is these really beautiful gold stickers. They're really flat, so they're not going to once you put top coat on, there shouldn't be any texture. And then here is the polishes. This one is Tangerine Taffeta, and it is so, so pretty. It's just got this beautiful shimmer through it. It's such a gorgeous orange, perfect for fall/Halloween. Beautiful color. And then the next one is, I do have to fix this. It was driving me nuts. I ended up fixing both, but it was just a little too far off. This is Bronze Tapestry, and I'm obsessed. I could not. This one is gorgeous. So now that we've got those done, I am going to swatch the polishes. And I always use this flower plate that I got, a few months ago. I'm obsessed with this flower plate for my stamping. So I use it, for my swatches. So I'm going to try to go as quick as I possibly can because I do not have a sticky base coat on top of the thing. So you need to be really fast in order to transfer that stamp. And one piece didn't transfer, but it's fine. It's just so that I can see what the color looks like on black and on white. It doesn't need to be perfect. So let's swatch the other one now, which I'm obsessed with this color. I'm not going to lie. I did really highly consider using nail polish for my mani, which we'll get into here very shortly. But at the end of the day, I'm just so short on time lately with having the grandkids and just all this extra stuff to do with having them that I needed quick drying. So we went with gel. It has been a couple days since I did the unboxing, and I do have little extensions on, trying out a new shape. They didn't last. So in my next video, which will hopefully be this week, that's the plan, you will see, I'll probably go back to full cover tips. Let's get into the polish. So we are using Beetles. They probably won't be linked because I got these a long time ago, which is kind of interesting because they're still in such good shape and they supposedly have a shelf life of 12 or 24 months. And I've definitely had them longer than that. But the gel is perfect. There's nothing wrong with the gel. I do struggle with this tiny little brush and the handle on the brush, you're going to see, I struggle a decent amount trying to, and I'm using my non-dominant hand to paint. So that's a struggle in itself, but I do pull it together. So I picked this orange because it matched the polish really well. But it doesn't have like a shimmer in it. So I did want to kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. I don't know that that was a word. So after I get all the nails colored, I will chrome over just the orange. And the chrome I'm using was perfect. It is from Born Pretty. They sent it to me a very long time ago. So I don't know that I'll be able to find that to link it. Lots of not linking stuff. But the box will be linked. And the box is the main component of this mani. So while I'm on the struggle bus painting my nails, let's talk about the box for a minute. So the monthly subscription is $30 a month. You can skip a box if it's just kind of not really speaking to you and you know it's not something you would want to utilize. Then yeah, you can go ahead and skip a month. A one-time, if you just want to, like, you see one box and you're like, oh, I have to have that, is $35. And then if you want the express kit, it is $22 a month. And that is everything you see in the box, excluding the nail polish, the stamping polish. So, that's for people that are like, you know, I've got so many polishes, I really don't need more. Don't care what the colors are. I don't need them, but give me all the stamps. So that is that. And if you are a new subscriber, I believe the code is sub5 and you'll save $5, I think. I'm not 100% positive on that, but I'm pretty sure it's sub5 saves $5 on the first subscription box. The rest will go to that $30 a month. Also, you can use my code Manis by Jill to save 10%. I don't think that works on sub boxes. I think that only works on everything else. But there you go. That is what I have for you as far as the box goes. I highly recommend it. If I had the $30 a month, I would absolutely 100% buy this box every month. Thank you to Maniology for being kind enough to send this to me to show off to you guys. Sorry, drop the pen that I am like fidgeting with in my hands. But thank you, Maniology. I love this box. I love showing it off. And get the subscription. Totally worth it. If you love stamping, this subscription is absolutely 100% worth it, in my opinion. So let's move on to the nails. So we are on our second coat. We are just about done. And then we will quickly chrome the two orange nails before we move on to the stamping. And I was kind enough to remember when I was editing my video, there we go. Let's chrome these nails to put the stamping in real time. We'll talk about that more when I get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a top coat on, and I do my pinky and my pointer separately because I need to work kind of quickly and methodically, I guess. I really could have done them at the same time. I don't know why I didn't. But I'm just going to struggle bus getting this top coat on. I am at the bottom of the bottle, and also it is still a smaller bottle. So, and I'm still using my non-dominant hand. I like that excuse. So I only cured it for 15 seconds, and now I'm just going to dab. I love using the sponges. It has definitely become a favorite over an eyeshadow brush. I think it works better. I think it spreads the, I don't know. I think it looks better and it works better than using the eyeshadow little brush things. I did do the top coat for the pointer finger off camera just to save you guys the time. You don't really need to see that again. And then I cured it for 15 seconds. After I get chrome powder on both of these nails, I will do a full 60-second cure. I don't really need a full 60 seconds. I just need to finish out the cure, but I just do 60 seconds. And then I top coated them and cured that for 60 seconds off camera. So those two are done, ready to go. They do not need any more. Now is where I kind of like, this is in real time. I did not speed this up at all so that you guys could see real time stamping. Luckily everything went somehow really well. Usually I have a lot of mess ups and I'm messing around a lot that I have to edit a lot out. I did not have to do that. Everything went super smooth. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that first image, and I'm going to do the orange with that image. And this is the image that's going to be, this is kind of like reverse stamping without having to reverse stamp, basically. Because you're already coloring in the image. You want to have the color. And then so, gosh, use your words better, Jill. And then I'm going to take the second image, which is basically going to be the outline of the image, and it's going to pull the whole stamp together. Now, this part is scary, and I'm not going to lie. I have struggled with this a lot in the past, and I really was thinking that this mani was going to probably take me a lot longer because of it. But I got everything lined up and matched so perfectly first try. I could not believe it, because when I did this mani a few days ago, like I said, I did this and then I didn't like how it turned out because of the colors I used. I did not line anything up properly. Everything was a hot mess, and this time it lined up so good. It was a good juju day, I think. Like, it really just was. So you will see me like pause because I'm really in the moment. I knew I wanted to use that stamp, but outside of that, I did not know what I was putting on any of my the other two fingers. So I was taking a moment trying to figure out what I wanted to use. This is the other stamp. This is 162, I believe. So I decided to go with the leaves. I'm trying to keep this really fall. And I also am trying to use orange specifically. I didn't want to pull out my other stamping polishes. I wanted to show off that you could do this box with just the colors that came in the box. That way, if it's your first time stamping, you pick up a box, the only colors you have are what come in that box. You don't even have a black or a white. I just want to show that you can use everything that comes in the box and you don't need anything else. There is an exception to that, and we'll talk about that when we're done with the stamping, but there is definitely an exception to that. Sticky base coat is kind of one of those things, but I don't have it. Like, this Beetles polish does not leave a sticky surface on the polish itself, but it must have something, because I usually will put like a primer on and I didn't need anything, or I'm just doing it quick enough that it's transferring just fine. If you are a beginner stamper, I do recommend making sure that you have a sticky base coat, whether it be base gel, whether it be a primer like that you would use for gels, or whether it would be Maniology's sticky base coat, or a transfer foil, whether it be gel or air dry. Those will all work just fine, but something sticky especially if you're new. I somehow got lucky. Again, look at that lineup. Oh, I'm so nervous right here. And then I put it down and it is okay. Is it perfect? Probably not. It is so good that you can't tell if it's not perfect. And that is all I care about. So, just kind of peeling off like what was on the overflow from the free edge. And I'm super happy with how those turned out. So now I just have to figure out, what am I putting on my thumb? And I knew I wanted to use a full image. So instead of just one of the little pieces, and then I picked this one. And the reason I picked this one is because it's more of a, like, there's some leaves in it, and it's just more of a fall design that doesn't have like the other images have like pumpkins, acorns, grapes, which are all great. Don't get me wrong. You can see there where I scraped. I did scrape too much in the middle. So if I went to pick that up, it would not transfer properly. And then I got too much polish on. And I would have had to redo it. So that's why I added more polish to that, and it worked out perfect. But again, this image just was great because it didn't require any filling in of other colors, where the other images are perfect for a different look, but not for the look I was going for. I really, like I said, I just wanted a fall look where I could use just the colors that came into the box to just show you that you can. And the other cool thing about these plates is you get 2 plates. Do you know how many different looks that is with all these stamps? You can do these, you can do like 15, 20, I don't even know. Like the opportunities are honestly endless. Um, and I love that. So now this is the part I mean, to line up a full image like this, oof, I was definitely nervous. And I don't think it worked actually, I think it worked just fine. I was gonna say, I don't think went as well as the other two, but I really do. Like everything was lined up perfectly. It's a little harder to tell because it is a full image, but everything lined up so good. And I did not put any liquid latex on because, well, I didn't want to pull it out for one nail. Also, that stuff has been driving me nuts lately. So, I just clean up out of the cuticles and I'm going to let the polish that's on my skin dry. I'm not saying this is like good for your skin. I honestly don't know. You don't really hear a lot about, oh, don't let nail polish touch your skin. You'll get an allergy. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it is okay for your skin. I'm not saying it's not okay for your skin because I honestly do not know. I don't know that I would recommend letting it happen a lot, but I don't think I've never had a reaction. Let's just say that. It's not like gel. So I'm going to let it dry on the skin because after I top coat, it will just wash right off. Actually, I ended up just taking my buffer and it just buffed right. I mean, literally, I just barely buffed over where the polish was and it just flaked right off my skin. I think from now on, I'm probably going to do that because it was way less messy, way easier than A, using liquid latex, and B, using acetone to clean it up off my skin. It was, that's what I'm going to do from now on. So, now we have to talk about top coat. If you are brand new to stamping and you don't have any stamping supplies and you get a box, the problem you're going to run into, like I said, you need a sticky base coat. If you are a gel user, use your gel base or your primer, you're good to go, or a transfer foil. If you are not a gel user, then you need some sort of sticky base, or if you have an air dry transfer foil, you can use that as well. I highly recommend Maniology Sticky Base Coat, works great. Now the top coat part, if you are a gel user, you're good to go. Gel top coat, gel base will not smudge as long as you don't do it right, like literally don't put the stamp on and then go in. Also make sure you have a decent amount on your brush and you're kind of floating it. You don't want to rub it into that nail and you'll be good to go. If you are not, then you're going to want a smudge-free top coat, period. Like there's no way around it. I've tried different nail polishes and they do not work. You need a smudge-free top coat. Maniology makes a fantastic one. It's the only one I've ever tried and I don't really see a point in trying anything else because I love it. So there we go. That is what I have for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys love how the mani turned out. Grab yourself a box. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and being here and supporting me. I will see you guys hopefully later this week. Have a beautiful day. Bye.